Hello everyone and welcome to White Mountain Custom Carpentry and the first episode of Break Time. This is a new series I'm trying out and I'm really excited about it. I'm interested to see what you guys think, if you enjoy it, so let me know in the comments below. This episode is going to have a series of segments. The first segment, we're going to have the tip of the month. It's a really cool tip I think you guys will enjoy. You'll find it useful. After that, I'm going to share with you the poll results from the video I posted on your favorite go-to tool company. After that, I'll reveal my go-to tool company, as well as I'll reveal what is inside this little box. It's something I'm really excited about. I've never tried it before. I'm excited to see how it works. Can't wait to show it to you guys. Can't wait to try it. But yeah, this could be a game changer. So stay tuned for that. I'll also provide some feedback on your comments, as well as share some tips on selecting a company to go with. I've also got a joke planned, so you're warned about that. Can't say I didn't warn you. Finally, we'll close out with what's in Chad's wardrobe. That'll be a segment on what's some good clothing to wear when I'm doing hard work. So I might cover some things like pants, boots, safety gear, gloves, hats. The cool thing about this being the first episode is I'm excited to hear your feedback on each of the segments, and if there's other things that I should include along the way. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoy. Let's go on to our first segment. Time for the tip of the month. All right, so this is a very handy tip for when you need to cut out a circle in the center of drywall or plywood or a board to go around something like a light fixture or plumbing, something like that. And you just don't have something to trace around to get the right size hole. Maybe you don't have a compass with you. This is an easy way to do it. So you've got your center point here. Say it's going to be a 6-inch hole. So just mark out the radius of the circle, which is 3 inches, because it's only half of your 6. Put a nail or a screw right on that center point. Grab a clamp, cinch it up to your 3-inch mark, have your pencil on it, spin it around. Just like that. You've got a perfect circle, 6 inches. Let's measure it out. 6 inches. Done. Need to go larger? Stretch it out, swing it around. You go even larger, stretch it out, spin it around. I think we need a smaller hole in this too. Let's go real small. Well, what do we have now? Uh-oh, I think it's time for a round of darts. Where's Dan when I need him? Now I've got a dartboard. All right, the results are in. Time to share your favorite go-to tool company. So we're going to reveal the top 5 that came in. I'm not going to include all the results. There are a lot of great brands mentioned, lots of great tools out there. But the top 5, we have a 3-way tie at number 5. So coming in at number 5 with 6.8% of the votes, we have Festool, Craftsman, and Metabo. Now, an interesting fact about Metabo that I didn't actually realize until reading through these results and then doing a little research is that Metabo and Metabo HPT are not the same company. They're actually 2 completely different companies, which could get a little confusing. So if you're interested in purchasing some Metabo tools, just make sure you're buying the right Metabo tools. You don't want to get batteries for HPT and buy something from Metabo and not have the 2 work together. So just something to be aware of out there. They both offer some great options. Coming in at number 4, Makita, another great tool company. I used a lot of Makita tools while working with my dad growing up. Ken's Carpentry, I'm sure a lot of you know who he is. A lot of you came over from his channel to watch this. Be sure to check him out if you haven't seen him. Subscribe, that'd be awesome. So that was number 4. Number 3, Milwaukee. At number 2, with 20.5% of the votes, Ryobi. And the number 1 go-to company from you, the viewers, at 29.5% of the votes, Big Yellow, DeWalt. All right, let's go out to the shop where I'll reveal my go-to tool company. I'll also share some tips to consider when picking out a company to go with. and I'll share some feedback on the comments that I read. It should be interesting. Let's go out there. Let's chat it up. Get it? Chat it up. All right, now it's time for me to reveal to you my favorite go-to tool company. Milwaukee! I just love their tools. You know, if you buy a tool, it's going to be a good one from them. They make solid, durable tools, great warranties on their tools. When I started thinking about purchasing tools for my business, I started thinking about what is one of the tools that I'm going to use all the time, and I just really need to be a good tool. And that was a framing gun. There's a lot of other tools as well that I use repeatedly over and over, but one of the tools that it came down to as a decision factor for me was the framing gun. And that's where Milwaukee really stood above the competition, in my opinion. The Milwaukee framing nailer, it shoots just like a pneumatic. And that's what I used growing up, was a pneumatic gun. You plug it into a compressor, have the air hoses. And the great thing about pneumatic guns is they're reliable, they don't jam, they just, you know, they do what you need to do, and they're an awesome tool. The drawback is the cords. The cords are always getting tangled up. When you need to use it, you have to set up the compressor, get that plugged in, run your cord, you know, and throughout the job, you're going around the building maybe, and you have other people working and their hoses are getting wrapped up in it. It gets wrapped around the rung of a ladder, and it can be a hassle. So that's where the cordless framing nailer is really awesome and handy. So I went with Milwaukee. It shoots just like a pneumatic. It's really well built, very durable, awesome nailer. Some of the things I like about the Milwaukee nailer is the hooks. They work really well. If you use a framing nailer a lot of times you're hooking it onto your tool belt, and this hook, once you hook it onto your tool belt, it feels nice and secure. Then it has the rafter hook, which is really awesome. If you watched my ramp build video, you saw me using that, hanging it on the floor joist for the ramp. Feels good in your hand. The handle is really ergonomically designed, has a nice rubber grip to it, but the mold, at least for my hand, just fits it really well. I've used this gun a lot, and I don't believe I've ever had a jam. I've had to maybe drive a couple nails in a little further that hit a knot or something, and they just didn't go quite all the way, but 99.99999% of the time, you don't have to worry about this. If there's a knot, you can shoot in the knot and it's gonna drive it. It's a powerful gun, really like it. So that's kind of one of the deciding factors for me. So it's time to reveal what is inside this little brown box. I have not tried it out yet. This is something that I've wondered about for quite a few years actually. And you know, I hear people saying all the time, once you get locked into a battery system, you got to stick with that company, because you don't want to have to purchase all these batteries for multiple tool companies, because that gets really expensive, and it does. And you also don't want to have to carry around batteries for this company and this company and this company, because it just takes up storage space. But inside this little box, I have something I'm very excited about, something I have not tried yet. It's an adapter. This will transform my Milwaukee batteries into a DeWalt battery. Will it work? I don't know. I'm really excited to try it out, so let's see if it works. So first thing you do, you've got the adapter here. Looks just like a DeWalt battery. Slide it into the back here. Now you've got the bottom here, where theoretically a Milwaukee battery is gonna slide right in, and this thing will go. Moment of truth. Oh, it works. That is awesome. Good day, everyone. We interrupt this regularly scheduled program for an important news announcement. After recording this segment and doing some research on power tool battery converters, it has come to our attention that often, if not always, power tool battery converters often bypass the communication that takes place between the battery and the tool, which could lead to damage to the tool and injury to the user. For more on this, we go to Chad at WMCC headquarters. Chad? Yes, thank you, Chaz. Unfortunately, that is the case with power tool battery converters. I'm not sure the specific details on the one in this video, whether all of those things apply or not, but I do encourage everyone to do their due diligence in researching if you are considering a converter for your batteries. They may work well under certain situations when the tool is not one that's requiring high demand that would overheat the battery. Certainly never want to use it when charging your battery. Another thing to consider is if the battery is getting low, you could run the battery past the point of being able to recharge. So definitely something you want to consider. I may still keep this on hand for the occasional use, but would not be using it for high demand situations. Thank you, and back to you, Chaz. Thank you, Chad. We now return you to your regularly scheduled program. Thank you, everyone, and be safe. So now, my whole library of Milwaukee batteries can power my DeWalt tools. Ketchup and mustard can exist together. This is awesome. So we've heard from you. We've heard what you guys like to use for tools, what your go-to tool companies are. Shared mine with you. But what do I see from contractors out there? What do I see them using? I see a lot of Milwaukee, DeWalt, Makita, Rigid. Seems like those are kind of the top four that I see out there, at least in the jobs I've been on and the videos that I watch. Those are the tools that I see. And they're great tools. So that's something to consider. If you're thinking of buying some tools and you haven't really started into that yet, look around, see what other people are using. You know, watch some YouTube channels. What are people using on YouTube? Do you have friends that do carpentry or whatever the field is that you're going into? What tools do they use? Ask people. Go to the stores, see how they feel in your hands, rent a tool, try out a few different options and see how they work. Also, the tool company you go with might be industry specific. You know, the tools that carpenters use are going to be different than those that electricians and plumbers and metal workers use. You know, I see a lot of Milwaukee from plumbers especially. I don't know exactly why that is. I think it's probably maybe, you know, the lineup that Milwaukee has. You know, they probably have a more variety of tools for plumbers. I don't know. If you're a plumber, let me know. I've wondered that for a while. I've seen some pretty awesome looking plumbing tools out there. So maybe that's what it is. Electricians, I see a lot of Milwaukee from them. But I also see them using a lot of DeWalt and Makita. So maybe if you're an electrician or a plumber, I'd be interested, you know, industry specific. What tools do you use? I've heard Matebo for metal workers. So it sounds like they've got some specific tools that are really good for metalwork. I'd be interested to know your thoughts on that, if industry specific wise. I think I've got some farmers out there that watch this channel. Are there tools on the farm that you really like? Landscaping, that's another, you know, Ryobi, they've got a lot of landscaping tools. Milwaukee, I've been seeing them coming out with more landscaping type tools. DeWalt, they've got some awesome landscaping tools. I'm sure other companies do. Landscapers, what are you guys using? Another tool that I have for just around the home for DeWalt, I've got a DeWalt weed trimmer, and that thing's awesome. I love it. So I'm really excited now that I can use my Milwaukee batteries to power my weed trimmer, because how many times have I gone to trim the weeds in my yard and my battery's dead? Well, now I've got a bunch of batteries I can use. So also, price matters when it comes to deciding on which company to go with. If you're someone that's doing projects at home around the house and you're not using these day in and day out, there's a lot of companies out there that are going to do just fine and they're going to do a great job for you. And the important thing is you're going to get what you need done. And you're going to be open to a more variety of tools because you'll be able to afford more options. Go-to snack, Nature Valley peanut butter chocolate wafer bars. They're so good. What occupation has the worst relatives? Carpenters do. Now hear me out, hear me out. I love my uncles. My cousins, they're great. We have so much fun together. But nobody wants a carpenter ant problem. It wreaks so much havoc on the home. I'm kidding, I'm kidding. Oh no, they're probably watching this. I'm gonna have a carpenter ant problem. All right, now it's time for what's in Chad's wardrobe. All right, so today what we're featuring from the wardrobe are pants. I tried out a lot of different pants over the years. There's some really good ones out there. I found some nice ones. I found some others that don't really care for all that much. But these ones that I've found, I really love. I'm not endorsed by them or anything. I would love it if they would watch this video and send me a few free pairs of pants. That'd be awesome. But my favorite pants that I found to wear are these Duluth Fire Hose pants. These pants are awesome. I really like them. They're made out of fire hose material. It's super durable. Really nice material. Holds up really well to the rigors of work. They're a very comfortable pant to wear. Easy to move around, bend over, crouch down, do whatever you need to do. They don't restrict you, and you don't want something holding you back while you're working. They've got these really nice cargo pockets. They've got a different variety of pants to choose from. There's Carpenter styles, which I have some of those, and those are really nice. But these are my favorite that I've found. They've got cargo pockets on both sides. This pocket, it's perfect for fitting your cell phone in. So you can carry your cell phone in this pocket, and they've got it on both sides. It's the same pocket setup on both sides. So you open it up, you've got your cell phone pocket here. This pocket right here, it's great for, I like to put my utility knife in there. A lot of times I'll stick my pencil in there as well. So you've got your utility knife, your pencil, they fit in there. You can throw some screws right into your pouch. A lot of times I'll stick my gloves in these cargo pockets. The loops for your belt loops, really durable loops. These pants are gonna hold up, they last. You don't have to worry about getting holes in your knees anytime soon. Just love these pants. Another feature, it's got this loop here on the side, which is perfect for sliding a tape measure onto. It works a lot better than clipping it onto your pocket. A lot of times in the past when I wasn't wearing a tool belt and I just needed a tape measure, I'd hook it onto my pocket, but it's kind of an awkward angle when you do that and easily falls off. But this loop really holds the tape measure well, and it's easy to slide on and off. It's got it on both sides. A Carpenter square, that works great. You can slide that in there. Other tools can fit in there. The only thing that this lacks that I wish it had is a hammer loop. But some of their Carpenter pants do have hammer loops on those. So it'd be cool if they could incorporate a hammer loop as well as cargo pockets. That would be perfect for me. So Duluth, if you're watching this and want to design a White Mountain custom carpentry series of pants, perfect pant for me would be, I don't think this is actually designed for a tape measure, but it works great for a tape measure. Whatever you call this loop, put that there, hammer loop, cargo pockets on this side, the knife pouch on this side. That would be awesome. Check them out if you're interested. Like I said, I'm not sponsored by them or anything. I don't have a affiliate link for them either. All right, thanks for watching. That does it for What's in Chad's Wardrobe. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this first episode of Break Time. Thanks for sharing your break with me. Leave me a comment below. Let me know what you think, what you thought of this episode. I'm really excited to hear from you. If you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe. I really appreciate it. Hit that like button if you would. I appreciate that. That helps me out and helps grow the channel. Really appreciate all of you for watching. Have a great day.
Take this inside. We're going to do a very unprofessional unboxing of nail guns. Hang on. All right. So we are going to compare these three nailers. This one's mine. This is Chad's. This is Dan's. Their own personal weapon. 3, 2, 1, go! Okay, Chad had a misfire. Dan's are all consistent. It drove them all well. Mine all drove well. Chad had 1.5 that did not.